Well, now with the latest on Australia's response to the missing AirAsia flight, I'm joined by Foreign Minister Julie Bishop in Adelaide. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Lisa.
Foreign Minister, Prime Minister Tony Abbott spoke with the Indonesian President overnight. Can you tell us what was said?
Yes, Prime Minister Abbott telephoned President Widodo yesterday afternoon and spoke with him about the missing airline. He expressed our support. He offered assistance for the search and rescue. Indeed, there's an RAAF P3 Orion on standby should it be needed. And of course, he passed on the thoughts and prayers of the Australian people. Likewise, earlier I had spoken to Foreign Minister Retno Marsudi and expressed very similar sentiments and said that Australia stood ready to support and assist Indonesia in any way. I know Foreign Minister Marsudi from the MH17 days because she was Indonesia's ambassador to the Netherlands when Indonesia lost 12 people on board MH17. So we were speaking again about the possibility of Indonesians being lost on an aeroplane. But the search and rescue operation is still continuing and Australia stands ready to support an international effort should that be needed.
I know you were waiting for the manifest. Have you had any further word on whether there are any dual nationals or Australian residents amongst those on board?
We understand that there are no Australian citizens on board. We are looking for details of any potential dual nationals or permanent residents or any linkages with Australia, but at this stage we don't have that detail. But we are accessing the manifest from the authorities.
This, as you would know, is yet another plane lost in mysterious circumstances. There were reports earlier this month from a former airline boss that the US could have shot down MH370 that went missing over the Indian Ocean. What is your take on that?
There's no evidence to suggest that that theory has any substance at all. This is just speculation. What we need to do is find the wreckage of MH370 and that is still underway. Of course, we are still continuing to search, or the international community is still continuing to search for this AirAsia flight. I know that Singapore, Malaysia, India, Australia and a number of countries have agreed to be part of the international search effort. So until the plane is located, any theories about MH370 or any theories about this AirAsia flight are just speculation.
This, of course, happens in the same year as the MH17 tragedy you mentioned just before. You said back in July to the families of those lost on the flight that was brought down over the Ukraine that they must have justice. Is there a timeline on this?
The investigation into MH17 and the causes of it is well underway. It's being carried out by the Dutch authorities. You will recall that that was the substance of the UN Security Council resolution that Australia authored and was passed unanimously, that we wanted the Dutch authorities to lead the investigation because of the controversy with Russia over Ukraine, who would normally have led the investigation. And it is underway. The wreckage of MH17 has been taken from the site in eastern Ukraine back to the Netherlands, and I understand they're seeking to reassemble the plane as far as possible so that they can determine once and for all what happened. Then, of course, the next question is to determine who shot the plane down, and that is something that will take some time, I believe, but the investigation is still underway.